Yeah.
Getting out to his guy, he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're doing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Trying to make that rush thing draw play here. And he was fortunate not to lose yard on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk just for a second about BYU. They found some success on the recruiting trail, got a top 25 class. The question is, what can they do with it?
It's a top 25 class. It's not littered with a bunch of five-star blue chip prospects. They've got guys they feel like they can develop down the road. The big question is, how long is it going to take?
Yeah, and sometimes when you get that top 25 class, you also found some diamonds in the rough, and then some guys that have some potential that get developed. So interested to see how they do in developing.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU!
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And how about these defensive ends nowadays? No matter what scheme they're in, they're so strong, but so quick, so they can beat you with speed or they can go through you. Either way, it's a tough spot for that offensive tackle to be in, and you saw that right defensive end come off the end and make the sack.
The Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll ride the 7-3 lead. Good field loss. And they'll 8. Wants to go up top. That's the end of the quarter. Heading in the opposite. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll go to the air. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And here comes the offense on second down. Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete to the right. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Never a doubt. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive.
Now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Complete to the left. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Got him downfield. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. BYU lines up quickly. To the air on first down. Spits it out to the back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to pass. It's Karapateas. Makes the grab. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. On target. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He lets one fly deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quickly complete. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Would they go for a big play on first and 10? Dropping back, it's Karapateas. He caught it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done, scoring the touchdown. An extra point's going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the second half.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half.
Broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
Kevin, ready to start here. The Cowboys kick off to start the second half. On the move from inside 5. Now space speed. They stop him at 21. BYU offense headed back out to one attack. First for the second half, we to one. You see tight tweaks were made that especially when you like that ball game like this.
And in a good game, it's going to look back and forth and really process. Now you get second. You're going to get aggressive. To take a shot, take some plays, and really go for it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think right now you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does the best job. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to keep what.
Oh, God! Before they use the screen beautifully and pick down.
Pick up the down there in the screen. I
the sticks on second down. Gonna look down again. This is complete. He gets it 31 yard line. Big play on the defense. BYU right back to the line.
Offenses love explosive play through the air, push the ball down the field, and look, sometimes it creates momentum. If you want to capitalize, go down the ball, get ready to run some no hope.
Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Wide receiver, for goodness sakes, turning on the Jets, making the big play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
They'll try the toss to the left. There he goes. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougars.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were, and the back knew exactly where he had to get 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. The Super Frog was flexing all game too. As complete a win as they've had for some time.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Cowboys come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They go to the ground. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
And the Cowboys have this offense rolling. Dropping back, it's Karapateas. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Finds a spot in the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. The Cowboys come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll run the sneak for it. And the Cowboys pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll keep it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. So now on comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply, we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The snap sets up to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes a catch at the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He caught it! Touchdown, Cougar! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss and find the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team,